This is the best Modern Warfare 2 DLC ever!
Why hello there, hey all, what's up YouTube, this is Orb and I'm back with a rather special video this time, both on the commentary part but also on the gameplay. This is a 103 sniper kill only gameplay, and I say sniper only loosely because I think I get at least one pistol kill that I know of, probably more. I might pick up a rifle, I don't think so, but you never know. I just want to have my back clear, so to say, so you won't bash at me like, why did you say sniper only? You use a rifle, I don't even know. I'm sorry if that's the case. Perhaps it's only a 100 kill sniper only game. I don't really know. I just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, this is one of the sickest gameplays I've ever gotten in form of a sniper score. And it's fun. It's fun. I love the sniper. I'm not, you know, very good with it, but I do okay from time to time. And this is definitely one of the best games I've gotten. If you look at the final score, if you look at the clips, these feeds, these kill streaks, it's all good. And you've probably seen some of this action already because Dots HD, awesome editor of mine, he did a sort of a one-match montage of just this match, which you can find, bam, right over there. If you want to check that out, go ahead and do so. It will open in a new window. Yeah, that's about it. And this will be sort of a follow-up video slash more in-depth video to another video I did that you can find, bam, over there, and that will also open in a new window if you want to check that out before this one. You can just pause this one. But in that video, I talked about studying and working and not knowing what I want to do in life. And this is a seriously big, like, scare to me. I don't know what I want to do in life. And as I said, that scares the living shit out of me. I don't know. It just scares me because I've sort of had, you know, I'm 20 years old now, going to be 21 next year. And it just feels like I have this, you know, I have so much time to figure out what I want to do in life, and I just can't figure out what I want to do in life. And firstly, before we get into this whole deal, I just want to say, you know, a massive thank you, you know, because of the great response from the previous video. You know, it's nice to talk with people that you know or perhaps you don't know, and you sort of share experiences and I don't know, just general tips. General life tips, and just share. And I've gotten, you know, it's some of my anxiety has gone down from that. I'm not saying I'm going crazy, that I'm going all I don't know. I'm still gonna be here. I'm not, you know, gonna attempt suicide or anything. It's not that grand. I'm just saying that it's a big scare to me, and it was nice to talk with bros and I don't know, get a different input and different outlook, and it's nice to put things in perspective, because, you know, different people have, or different persons have different fears and different experiences, and it's nice to talk things out from time to time. And I just want to say thank you for the very nice response from that video. But going back to what I want to talk about, and as I said, growing up, and don't get me wrong, but I just want to start this off by saying growing up can be great. You know, no age restrictions to things. You can drink, you can drive, you know, preferably not at the same time, but you can drink, you can also drive. You have more freedom school-wise for picking classes and courses. At least that's the case in Sweden. You get to sort of choose your own path a bit more when you get to the age of 16. Yes, 16. Well, I guess the year that you become 16. But yeah, you get a lot more freedom school-wise, and also you get to travel across the world and a bunch of other things. So, you know, the age restriction is one big thing. And I wanted to grow up real bad when I was younger. I felt like I was mature enough to drink, to drive, to do all these things. I just felt like I was mature. I was ready for it. Then one day I felt like I was growing up too fast. And that has sort of happened recently. Well, not recently. Probably around the age of 18 to 19. I was sort of, whoa, what is going on here? This is going way too fast. I still don't know what I want to do with life. And you know, it's already time to choose your new focus for the university, and it's time to move on. If you don't want to study, you know, what do you want to work as? Move towards that and go for it. And I know this will sound like a middle-age crisis, like life is going on too fast, man. I can't decide. There's too much things happening at once, and I got gray hairs coming out of everywhere. No, that's, well, I guess it could be like a very early middle-age crisis. Well, I'm 20 now, so does that mean I'm only gonna get 40? Gonna get to 40? That's kind of depressing. But anyways, some of you may I don't know, may call this a middle-age crisis. I don't know. Whatever you want to label it as, I don't know. It's affecting me. It's affecting me. And you know, now I need to finish my education. I need to get a job. I need to find a girl. I need to marry her, start a family, and grow old. And you know, I won't have time to do what I like anymore. It's scary and interesting. Of course, I don't have to find a girl. I don't have to marry somebody. I don't have to start a family. But it feels like I want to, but not right now. I mean, I still want to have fun. It feels like I'm still maturing, even though, you know, at the age of I don't know, at the age of 14, 15, I felt like I can take over the world. I can take on the world. I can do whatever I like. I'm mature enough. Now I feel like I'm not mature enough. I don't want to get kids. Definitely not kids. You know, starting a relationship, that's fine. But getting kids at this age, no. And for you out there that might be younger than me and already have a kid or have a kid right now and are the same age as me, don't get me wrong. If you're mature for it, if you're ready for it, then go for it. Definitely go for it. I'm just saying that, you know, I have friends on my own that have got a kid at the age of 18. I got friends that got, you know, kids at a very early age. So don't get me wrong. I support them fully. If you're ready for it, then go for it. I am in no means trying to disrespect anybody by what I'm trying to get across here. Of course, I might explain myself a bit blurry, but you know, I'm Swedish and that's kind of what I do. I don't know. It might be just me, but don't get me wrong. If you're ready for it, go for it. But as I said, I don't have to get a kid. I don't have to do any of these things, but it feels like I need to. I don't know why, but it feels like I need to. But first off, okay, let's try the education. My plan is right now to start studying the upcoming fall. And now you might ask, well, Orb, well, Joel, what do you want to study as? The answer is, I don't know. I still don't know. Well, Orb, what interests you? Well, a lot of stuff. It just, do I really want to work with this one thing for the rest of my life? If I like numbers, I don't know where I'm going with this. If I like numbers, if I'm good with math, do you want to become a math teacher? Do you want to become engineer? Do they deal a lot with number? I don't really know what I'm saying right now, but you know, it is really. It's really crucial for me to pick one thing. Okay, if I'm good with editing videos, do I really want to work as an editor for the rest of my life? That is a long time to do editing. Even though I might like it, even though I might enjoy it, is that something I want to do for the rest of my life? And that is sort of where I'm at right now. I do have, you know, some things that I like doing that I feel like, oh, this could be interesting. But the question is, do I want to do this for the rest of my life? You know, as I said, that is a very, very long time. And, you know, what if I study, you know, the upcoming, let's see here. Well, I finished the gymnasium. I don't know, is that high school for you Americans? I don't, like the end of high school. I don't really know how that works. But I finished the gymnasium and I'm now, well, I finished the gymnasium at the age of 18. And, I'm now 21, so 3 years has gone by, and I've worked, I've attended the Swedish military service, and I've just occupied myself with things and trying to figure out what I want to do. But let's just go back to my school years. I finished the gymnasium, and I was contemplating between either going to work, going to the military, or studying at the university for 3 to 5 years, because that is sort of how the courses take. They take up to 3 to 5 years. And my problem with studying was that, you know, what if I study for 3 out of those 5 years and I realize that, hey, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm not enjoying this certain subject or this certain focus at all. Then I've just wasted 3 years of my life studying for something that is completely useless, that I can't use. Well, I guess I can use it in some situations, but you know, the overall perspective is that, or the overall focus on things is that I can't work with this. because I spent 3 out of 5 years. And I jumped off, or I decided to, hey, I don't want to complete another 2 years and study something I don't want to become. So that is three years out of my life that are just gone, boof, just like that. And it scares me not to know what I want to study, because I've always felt like I would figure it out, and everybody kept telling me, don't worry, Joel, you'll figure it out eventually. Both my family, my friends, my teachers, the people at school, always told me that it's 3 years out of your life. You're going into the gymnasium now, so you got 3 years. You're gonna figure it out. Don't worry about it. Don't stress over things. You're gonna figure it out eventually. Here we are, 6 years later. What do I want to do? I don't know. Well, the clock is ticking. In Sweden, we have obligatory / mandatory school, which means you're required to go to school until you're 15, and then 3 more years in the gymnasium, which you kind of have to attend those 3 years to even get a low-paying job. So a lot of people attend the gymnasium, and so did I. I didn't feel like jumping off. I wasn't really sick of school, and the school has never been a really school has never been an evil part of my life. A lot of people complain about school's being too tough, and don't get me wrong, sometimes I felt like fuck school, man, fuck school. I was studying so hard, and I couldn't get the grades I wanted to, and I didn't understand stuff. Don't get me wrong, I raged as much as anybody else, but in the wider perspective, or in the broad perspective, I didn't have as much troubles in school as a lot of other people seem to have. So don't get me wrong, school was not a bad thing. So that is why I didn't have anything against going to the gymnasium, and so I did go to the gymnasium. And as I said, then you can continue on to study at the university. And as I said before, this is what I'm going to this is what I'm gonna do next fall. I'm gonna go start studying at the university next fall. And quickly going back to the gymnasium part, it's 3 years long, so I thought, let's pick a focus that is very wide and broad, so I can later pick a, whatever profession or specialization I want in the university, because, I didn't know what I wanted to become, so picking a broad and wide focus is something that was very, very important to me. As said and done, I did that, and as I said, here we are 6 years later, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And something that bothers me, what if I get through school, I somehow pick something, I study it for 3 to 5 years, and I get that job. I'm being stuck at this job that I find, perhaps boring or perhaps depressing at times. But, I need to stay in this job to be able to provide for my family, my wife, my kids. I need to raise my kids, buy diapers, or drive them to school. Probably not in that order, though. We need to buy them diapers. I need to raise my kids, drive them to school, drive them to soccer practice, do all these things. No more personal space, no more video games, no more watching sports, no more going to the gym, no more going out with friends. It just feels like I'm getting more and more... less and less freedom, not more and more, less and less freedom. And that is something that scares me, because as I said before, I don't feel like I'm mature enough to get a family yet. And don't get me wrong, I'm not rushing to get a family. Don't get me wrong, I'm not rushing to get a family at all. As I said, I want to mature first, and it feels like I haven't experienced everything I want to experience and just keep having fun. And it feels like... if I do study for something, I will get a job, and then I will get a family, and it will all be over. God damn, that is where the, I don't know what the English translation is, but det är där skon klämmer. That is sort of what it all boils down to, that goddamn job, man. I don't know if that is it, but it bothers me, it scares me, and I have a family member who is very old and sick, and it hurts me to see them this weak and fragile. I remember when I was a kid, and I really looked up to them because they had so much energy, even though they were old. They really had much energy. They did all these things. They had this high energy, and now I see them very fragile, very weak. They can't really tend for themselves in the they can't really tend for themselves as they could before, and I see them struggle with easy tasks and, you know, day-to-day activities. And perhaps this is somehow associated with my bad outlook on growing up. You know, being able to not tend for myself, being weak, being old, being elderly. I don't know. But if you do, May, I don't want to talk too much about that because I feel like that is, you know, family stuff. I just wanted to mention it real short. So I don't know if that is somehow connected. But the question of the day to you guys is, what is your biggest fear? And the follow-up question is, why is it so big? Why is this such a major fear? Or doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be a fear per se, but something you're not really looking forward to. Okay. So I think it will be interesting to see the different fears in different age groups, especially because, you know, when you're, you know, it's a difference between if you're young and old, and people have very, very different opinions on fear if you're just young and old. So it's a big difference, and it would be nice to see actually the difference, because some of you are like, I'm afraid of snakes. My biggest fear is snakes. Oh, my biggest fear is not, you know, getting this test done, and I don't know. It's just I think it's a big difference, and it will be fun to explore that and watch that in the comments below. And if you want to send an inbox, if you don't want to, you know, send a comment, send me a message, tweet at me, get on me through Facebook, because I now have Facebook, so you can get on me through there if you like to. And please get involved with me and talk about this, because I feel this is very interesting but scary at the same time. But there we go. I talked for 17 minutes. Look at me go. And that's about it. So I will leave you to it. All the links for Facebook and Steam and Twitter, all that good stuff in the description below. Leave your comments in the comments below, and I will see you next time. So have an awesome day, and yeah, talk to you next time. Bye, guys.